11 penalties for the Battle Stars, thank you. I can't count that high on Ringster over here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise as we get this thing kicked off.
Get psyched for the second half. They are on the track and making it happen right now. And Chewbacca the Rekka looking to add to those 54 first half points. She is your lead jammer.
Oh, nice
Look
job
at Raina
right
Payne.
there. Raina Payne with the seal block. And Chewbacca is so patient in letting it develop.
She walled off 3 members of Team Unicorn by herself. That was insane.
Well, you know, really, when you think about it, it's no different than setting a pick in basketball.
Exactly.
It's just that we're getting better at doing it as a sport.
And one of the exciting things about watching roller derby right now, it's only just a little over 10 years old as a modern sport. It is evolving. I compare it to what the NFL must have been like in 1920.
Exactly. As we're going to see Hammer Abby take off against Stevie Wonder. Hammer! Abby! Oh, I'm so sorry. Drives that blocker down into the ground legally, or
man.
Tucker, I think, drove herself into the ground.
Almost no support for Stevie Wonder on the track right now as I Destroyer is the sole blocker, but now more penalties for Team Unicorn. It's a 2-on-1 pack right now, and thus both skaters, both jammers, able to score points on that run.
And we see Daisy Juke staring up against witness protection.
2-on-1 in the pack right now. We'll see how the jammers decide to approach this from behind the 105.5 jammer line.
And Tipsy and Hannah Cuffs out there right now, they end up sealing off witness protection. But Raina Payne trying to break things up for her.
So Daisy Juke, your lead jammer, has more bodies now on the track. It's 3-on-3, I believe. Yeah, teams at even strength, but not full strength.
And Daisy's gonna call off that jam. That's gonna be a 2-0 run.
2-0 run for the Battle Stars, though, as Daisy Juke wasn't able to call it off before the Battle Stars were able to put 2 on the board.
Yeah, sometimes you get into the pack, you get spun around. It's hard to keep track of where the other jammer is, except that your whole bench is yelling at you.
All right, our 2 lead scorers for the respective teams, Nefarious and Chewbacca the Rekka behind the 105.5 jammer line.
I still want to put a bottle of vodka on Lickety Split's helmet. I just can't get over that thought. And Chewbacca, Chewbacca really showing a lot of patience. Something that she's probably not really been known for.
She's also not known for getting a lot of cutting the track penalties, but regardless, she got bumped out of bounds and came back in front of one of the blockers that knocked her out. So she will take a minute, and this is going to be a big opportunity. Madison, make some noise for Nefarious. She's got a chance to get Team Unicorn back in this. Oh! She tries to jump the apex, but she doesn't make it, and she has to go on all 4s back out of bounds to come back in behind the pack. That's how she didn't get called for cutting the track there, Bob. She was technically out of play the entire time she was on her knees.
Yeah, they look at it, anytime a skater is down, they look at them as out of play, so the players have learned that if they crawl back, they can avoid the penalty.
So if she would have gotten up onto her skates, she would have gotten called for cutting the track at that point. But she recovered and was able to pick up a 5-point grand slam for Team Unicorn and bring the home team within 30.
I tell you, Nefarious has come such a long way. It's so much fun to watch her. I had the pleasure of being able to see her skate back in 2010, her first year.
Both packs now at full strength, although Chewbacca the Rekka still in the penalty box. It's Booty Collins with a power jam opportunity at the beginning as she will try to take the inside lane, but runs into Serve Injustice and the Battle Stars. And she is having her issues right now, but she finally manages to get past Sandy Saw and will be your lead jammer Team Unicorn.
Yeah, Sammy saw it up front. And Chewbacca, who is skated so cleanly, comes back off the penalty bench and gets knocked out of bounds for another cutting the track penalty. Right now, Brew City cannot score.
No, and this is not what the Battle Stars want to do. They can't, it's going to be hard to hold on to their lead without their jammer on the track. And it's 3 a.m. doing her best to get past Sterling Justice. She will pick up a 5-point grand slam.
Oh, look at that. That was a half a G.
One other thing that happens on these power jams where everybody stops is that it's really easy for the opposing team to draw really penalties that they wouldn't normally get. They'll accidentally skip clockwise to block. They'll accidentally commit multiplayer blocks while they're connected. They'll do all sorts of stuff trying to stop that jammer, that it'll backfire and send more white jerseys to the box.
I tell you, the first drink I'm buying tonight is for Hammer Abby, and that is to apologize for all the number of times I've called her just about everything but.
Dude, it took me about 5 jams to figure out her number is I4I and not 141.
She's more of an anvil, really. She's got a power cell through that. She's got Melancholy in front of her as well as... Woo!
And now Chewbacca back out on the track. Her 1 minute cut the track time has expired. She is through. Oh, and Hammer Abby gets edged out of bounds and calls it. Oh! Chewbacca slams full speed and she is down.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She took a hit from her own player, unfortunately. Now, the one thing about roller derby is safety always comes first. We do not start any bout without having a medical squad here and an ambulance waiting. The unfortunate thing about that was it was like 2 cars coming together.
Yeah. That was like a wide receiver getting creamed in going over the middle to pick a pass.
And I believe it looked to me like it was about 2 whistles into blowing the plate dead, and Melancholy simply moved. She simply moved that direction, thinking about getting back to the bench, and Chewbacca came in hot.
Yeah. But back on her feet, and we have an official timeout right now that allows us to thank Triple M 105.15 FM for being a sponsor and for being the sponsor for our jammer line.
Every line should have a sponsor.
I agree. We also want to thank Plan B, WSUM 91.7, and Minnie of Madison, another one of our sponsors here.
Hey, you know what? And the great thing is, not only get all this roller derby, you get a party afterwards.
That's right. And where is tonight's after party, Bob?
VFW Post 1318, 133 East Lakeside, which is right over there. It's right across the street.
Well, there you go. Your evening is sorted, people. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's sorted, all right.
Sing. Daisy Juke versus number 111. She is out, and she is your lead jammer. She is Violet Femme, but she gets bumped into the back of the pack. She is not currently the jammer in the lead. That was all me. That was my throat. I'm taking credit for that. That was really weird.
And a bit of a mental error there as the jam doesn't get called off, so she's able to skate through and pull up 3 points.
All right, Scarlett O'Sneria now donning the derby, the jammer star for Team Unicorn, up against Stevie Wonder, who is up front and trying to deal with a 4-wall. She gets bumped out of bounds and has to get recycled back. And now it's Scarlett. Yeah, Scarlett will snare ya up front, lead jammer, but look at Stevie Wonder giving chase. She gets past and forces Scarlett O'Snarea to call it off. Good move by Stevie Wonder.
Well, really, when you're the second jammer coming out of the pack and you don't have the lead, your job is to try to close that gap as quickly as possible to force them into calling off the jam. Stevie doing exactly that. She was trying to find a little bit of higher ground, but Stevie wasn't going to find it through that defense.
There you go. Melancholy now behind the 105.5 Triple M jammer line. That is, she's up against number 22. That is Happy Go Lucky. But it is Melancholy out front. She is your lead jammer as Happy Go Lucky trying to stay on her feet as she gets through the pack.
And I tell you, both jammers are going to have a job trying to get through there. But Melancholy able to put her shoulder down, move one of the blockers out of the way. Looks like she's going to pull 2 points out of it.
And you know, that's all the Battle Stars need to do right now. They got 20 minutes left in this contest. They're up 14, which is a very slim margin compared to where they came into the second half at. But really, for them right now, it's just about getting as many points as you can. Even if it's one, it keeps Team Unicorns from scoring and it keeps time ticking off the clock.
Absolutely. And right now we've got 69 in out there. That is the one, the only demand a beating. Why ask for a beating when you can simply demand one?
Meanwhile, Betty Boop's forcing Battle Frog out in back of the pack. She is under threat to get lapped by Demanda Beating right now if Demanda can get through the scrum of a pack right now. She gets drafted, a little assist by Grace Killy, that gets her through. Call it a 5-point grand slam for the Battle Stars.
Right now, Battle Frog is, oh my.
Servant Justice like nudged her. She just flinched and she went down.
Yeah, she had to be very careful with that hit. So she must have caught her on the shoulder. She would have hit her right in the stomach.
Yeah.
That would have been illegal. And we're going to see Battle Frog, and a little bit in the water, a little bit over her head. She's going to have to sit down.
Yeah, this is not what the Team Unicorn wanted right now. They had a rally going and they had closed the gap. But now Demanda Beating with a power jam opportunity, and the Battle Stars have put on the brakes and are forcing the pack to stay still, but Demanda Beating calls it off. Possibly a little winded and they want to reset.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think even though Team Unicorn didn't stop her, they certainly wore her down, and I think she was well aware of the fact that she didn't want that precious time of the other jammer not on the track taking away from her while she was fighting up front futilely.
All right, now be careful. The name is Mother Tucker. It's number 28. She is going to be the jammer, the only jammer on the track for the Battle Stars, and she is your lead jammer as the Battle Stars keep on the brakes.
Of course, you and I are both so happy to see Tucker back on skates after missing last year the ankle injury. Actually, her footwork and her athleticism looks like it's better than it's ever been.
She's skating as well as ever, and now she can predict the weather. It's really a great situation for her.
Who needs a divining rod? Just invite Mother Tucker over. Oh, I'll tell you what, a defensive stand though, right there.
Yeah.
As that kills, it did more than just kill time. It forced a cutting penalty on Mother Tucker. Tucker's got to sit. Now it's all Team Unicorn.
Yeah, now Team Unicorn will put the brakes on in the pack and a little trickery by Team Unicorn. The star gets past to the pivot. Daisy Juke. Daisy Juke is now your jammer. Bob, tell him what just happened.
Well, the only way you can transfer the jammer position to another player is by giving it to the pivot. So I'm guessing strategically they knew with Battle Frog coming out of the box, they wanted a jammer as their pivot in case they decided to hand off, which is exactly what they did.
So call it another 5-point grand slam for Daisy Juke. She is around the bend once again.
But she loses, they lose lead jam status.
Indeed, so they can't call it off now.
They will skate the 2 minutes, and that is coming to a quick end.
By the way, that position, that blocker position, with the single stripe on the helmet, we haven't really talked about that. That is the pivot. In the early days of Derby, the pivot kind of set the pace for her blockers on the pack. That role has been kind of de-emphasized in recent years, and now the pivot, calls some of the plays on the track, and also, as we saw,
as we pause for the review. Well, it's obviously a scenario where they're going to tell us what this review is about when the moment comes.
Because we have no idea.
Anytime that you have an official review and you see the players standing out there, there's probably been a challenge in the call. They could be challenging points, they could be challenging a penalty. They could be challenging a lot of different things.
Looks like the challenge has been made by the Battle Stars as we're getting the official timeout signal, but the ref is pointing at the Battle Star bench.
It's kind of like the NFL. You can use your challenge, but if you lose your timeout. And it is decided that re-entry by the Purple Jammer onto the track coming out of the penalty box was done legally, and the call, everything stays as was. The no call stands.
I don't think I've actually seen a reversal since the challenge system was implemented.
Just when you say that will never happen, I've seen it happen. Oh, Melancholy out there once again. Yeah, you gotta love Melancholy. I've had a chance to see her skate for about 4 years. And she's really now just being able to display what she can do. She's got so much speed and power.
Oh man, look at her elbow her way through the inside. Finally has to call it off. I don't think she got credit for passing Nefarious there, but she did get 3 points and extended the Battlestar lead once again, 119-98. Even though Team Unicorn has gotten closer during the second half, the Battlestars just keep inching out in front of them.
Slowly turn.
All right, behind the Triple M 1055 Jammer line, it is Violet Femme versus Tipsy Velvet. And look at Violet Femme, she is gone, daddy gone. She is your lead jammer.
That's right, no blister in the center on her foot from that move. In the meantime, Tipsy Velvet stuck behind right. Is Raina Payne playing out of her mind tonight?
Yeah, she is. And Grace Kelly gets leveled by Tipsy Velvet. She's got a lot of track to make up though.
Well,
call it 3 points for Violet Femme. She'll take them.
It's all about giving and receiving.
It is.
And we've got Stevie Wonder up against Hammer Abby.
You know, what did you do yesterday for Greg the Hammer Valentine's Day, Bob?
Excuse me?
Yesterday, it was Break the Hammer Valentine's Day.
Break the Hammer Valentine's Day?
Everything I throw at you, you got nothing.
I know.
You got nothing for me.
There's not enough. There's no geek in me.
Anyway, it's Hammer Abby out in front as lead jammer, but once again, Stevie Wonder, when she's not the lead jammer, she is still in hot pursuit of the lead.
You know, the thing about Stevie is she is a very good lead player.
Yeah, she
but
is.
I swear the interleague play sparked something in her. We see a better Stevie Wonder at that point.
A 4-2 pass for Team Unicorn over the Battlestars. That makes it a 22-point Battlestar lead right now at the 13-minute mark.
I tell you, as you know, as you watch this from Milwaukee's standpoint, I'm looking at blockers that have never played on the All-Star team that are going to lay some hurt in the this year, if not next.
Oh, and Ida Strider and Raina Payne owning Daisy Duker right now like a noob. And your lead jammer, Melancholy.
Melancholy putting up a lot of points.
Yeah, Melancholy in this second half has really turned it on. She is up to, what looks like 11 points scored so far. Got a little ways to match leading scorer Chewbacca the Rekka. She calls it here, and we will once again see Demanda beating number 69 against number 49, Donna Stunner.
I demand a beating.
She doesn't ask nicely. She doesn't say, please, could I beat you?
No, she just tells you it's going to happen, and you just concede. And speaking of conceding, the whole inside line conceded, and there she goes.
Oh, and Grace Kelly with a hurt on Donna Stunner.
Wow.
Man.
Wait. I think she had crosshair, she had tone. Yes! She should have shot flag.
And it was clearly legal as Grace Kelly's still in there.
Well, we watched Grace for a long time, and we both know that there's nothing she loves more than launching somebody into the seats.
The heat got cooled off there as Demanda beating whipped right by her. She picks up 4 and calls it. 1 point for Team Unicorn as the Battlestars extend their lead. Madison, get behind your team here. They need your help. They've only got 11 minutes left to close this gap against the visiting Battlestars. Make some noise for Booty Collins and Team Unicorn.
We noticed. I gotta tell you, Booty Collins is one of the best stories that Madison has.
Ouch! Ida Strider suddenly turning it up. I haven't called her name all bout, but she's been laying on some wicked hits in these last 2 passes.
Yeah, she's been doing the same thing in league play. But it's not enough as Booty Collins horn a-flying.
Well, now here's a great opportunity for Team Unicorn as Stevie Wonder is still bottled up. She finally gets through. Meanwhile, the Battlestar is putting a lot of interference and hurt on Booty Collins right now. Wow, and look at Stevie Wonder. She caught up and...
I tell you right now, Kodachrome held her with a sit block for a good 10-15 seconds. Nice job.
Just when you thought Team Unicorn had an opportunity to put the hurt on the Battlestars on that pass.
And we've seen Nefarious up against Melancholy. And we've seen this matchup before.
Nefarious still leads scorer, number 24 points for Team Unicorn. She's matching Hammer Abby right now.
Look at that, Nefarious immediately shoots to the outside, looking for it to be collapsed, but Milwaukee counters, and once again, Melancholy is your lead jammer.
Have we seen her not be lead jammer yet? This has been an insane run for Melancholy. Nefarious gets pwned by serving Justice. She gets recycled. Has to come in behind Justice, who skates a little backwards. Witness protection gets a little shove.
So you might be watching this thinking, well, how come the girls are pushing each other around? Well, you can push your own teammate into anybody you want to. You just can't push somebody from the other team. Melancholy having a great night except for sticking the landing coming off the track. That's okay. That's okay.
All the Russian judges are in Sochi. She still gets a 9s across the board from us.
I think it was the Canadian judge that was corrupt, actually.
Fair enough.
And we're going to get a team timeout charge, too. And they signal toward the unicorns, I believe.
Gives us a chance to once again thank Crest Spring Bakery at 4035 Ryan Road in Blue Mounds, Wisconsin. That is CrestSpringBakery.com. They provided some grub for our skaters tonight, and we appreciate it, and we resent them for leaving us out of it.
We don't resent anybody. We're roller derby.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
While they're talking about this, though, this gives me an opportunity for all the young ladies and guys, for that matter, who want to play roller derby. Junior roller derby is popping up all over the country. And all it really takes, as we've learned, is willpower. You got to want to do it bad enough. Well, I tell you, Booty Collins might be one of the best examples of that. When I was still with Madison, she was one of the NSOs. She winds up not making a team, stays as an NSO, not being chosen in the draft, helps start the recreational league here so that girls can train, and then makes it onto the roster. Most people will just go home after that.
She's like the Bill Schrader of Madison roller derby.
That's
off the practice squad and into the starting lineup.
No, I have so much respect for that. And of course, that referee. Yeah. Doc Awkward actually may be winning the award for most obscure reference.
Well, Reverend Norm's not here. Someone's got to do it.
Well put.
Violet Femme out front, 2 unicorn blockers to pass. No pack situation. They have to let her go. And she is gone, daddy gone. It is witness protection, your lead jammer. Violet Femme, rather. It's the 911 versus 111.
And Violet Femme going to call it off.
I even made the right joking at her name wrong.
Yeah,
How do you do that? That's impressive.
I know. That was unexpected. Hammurabi going to step up one more time. And this I'm going to see Mother Tucker out there. That's right, boys and girls. The power of enunciation is important as an announcer.
It's a 45-point lead for the Battle Stars right now with 6:55 remaining. Time is slipping away for Team Unicorn. It is by no means over, but Hammurabi is going to have to not get called for cutting the track, which he gets edged out of bounds by Serving Justice. Power Gem opportunity for the Battle Stars.
That might be the only time we've seen her jam and end up sitting down.
I think you're right.
Mother Tucker going to get through there. Now without a little, hi, how are ya? And we're going to see Sammy Saw take a seat in the penalty box. Tucker working it, but the heat right there, able to glide her out of bounds.
Now Tucker has already passed some people. She's got points, but they won't go up on the board until she gets through this pass.
Yeah, this is one of those.
Battle Frog nudges Tucker out. Again, Tucker's still on this same pass.
Well, this is one of those scenarios where you don't want to get me talking about strategy because we know there's a couple different ways that you can deal with the defense.
Excellent defense by Team Unicorn despite being down 50 points. They did a lot of penalty killing on that, Bob. It was really impressive.
Yeah, I think Tucker was really left to... She was kind of the Davy Crockett, you know? There she stood against all those, thousands of people rushing her.
With a coonskin star helmet?
What? I don't know. Here we go. Let's just forget it. Melancholy. Oh, she got like a sneaky little wiggle move on the end of the gun there. And that must be how it works. Oh, collision. Melancholy is your lead jammer. And so she's just going to let time wind down a little bit and call it off. Melancholy having a tremendous night. Very, very pleased for her.
Yeah, you saw her communicating with Machete Holiday on the bench there, him telling her to call it and her saying, 1 second, we'll let some time run off. Very good awareness.
We got 4:25 left. Madison, make some noise for your team. Come on! This is far from over. If they can get the last 2 or 3 strong jams in here, they can reel that back in.
Ida Stroiter, though, nudging Stunner.
That's down to Stunner. And I think that was a perfect example of what we've seen out of Ida Stroiter. Yeah, Ida Stroiter just understands positioning so much better than she had in the past. We are going to see Violent Femme head off for a penalty. Ida working with Grace Kelly, trying to keep down a Stunner down. Well,
again, I've been amazed all bout by the Battlestar's ability to absorb penalties. Normally, like 9 times out of 10, the team with the most penalties is going to come up way short in the score. But the Battlestars, regardless, still up 54, even though they have been sending all sorts of white jerseys to the penalty box all bout. Their ability to absorb those penalties has been...
And I tell you, I give a lot of credit to Team Unicorn because Team Unicorn, as I said, is a little different than your typical B team.
Sure.
These girls, it's really a cool team. It's a team that's really about the love of the game and getting together with girls that you want to play with and self-coaching and maybe even playing positions you never played before.
Bootsy Collins out front. 3 a.m. is your lead jammer, Madison. Make some noise. She's got 218 to make up 54 points. And it's not impossible.
And you got to remember, Milwaukee's only 2 years removed from winning the V-Cup.
This is true.
So it shows you the level of team that they've taken on, and they've played very well.
Both jammers pick up 4 points on that scoring pass, and now Bootsy Collins, she calls it off. Gave a look to the refs there to see if it was called off in time. Regardless, it is done. We will have another jam here with 1:30 left. And again, jam clock more important than the period clock at this point. You could actually see more than one jam left in this contest yet. We've still got plenty of time for them.
I'm still really impressed with how great this crowd is.
Yeah, give yourselves a hand, Madison. What a turnout. With the circus in town, you chose to come here, and that's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I don't want to go see no elephant dance.
Hey, this is the
girls hit each other.
This is the opening that Team Unicorn needed here in the late goings. They've got a power jam right now. And this is, I believe, 10 points now in this jam for Nefarious. It's now a 45-point lead.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to see Hammer Abby take a seat. That's one less blocker for Nefarious. But the key to all of this is Nefarious' footwork. Just the fact that she's got those feet moving, dancing, and the lateral movement that she's put into this. She doesn't need to overpower people. She tries to slip by them. Well, I have to say, witness protection with a pretty nice job on the sit block there.
Yeah, another 5 points. And what a great run by Nefarious. And okay, that's going to be your final. They did not call timeout. They will let the clock run out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of your first bout.
Oh wait, did they call timeout?
They
did call timeout.
I'm sorry,
We got one more jam left.
We got one more to go. They just put time back on the clock.
We were staring at the period clock. We should have been over here looking at Team Unicorn call time, which was very smart. That does give them another 2-minute jam in which to score 35 points. Madison, your team can still make this happen. Make some noise, get behind Team Unicorn, and Tipsy Velvet, your jammer, who right now looks like, nope, she is going to be going up against Melancholy.
I don't know how long Machete waited before he decided as to who was going to jam, but I think that's about the perfect matchup. In all seriousness, I think that... we call that a nervous twitch, people. And
I think that's called icing the jammer. I think that's what that is.
I know I jumped. I'm old, I probably pulled something.
Tipsy Velvet goes up the gut as Melancholy takes it to the outside. And Melancholy is your lead jammer. And it's pretty much her call. She will call it off, and that will end the bout.
Now, congratulations to the Battle Stars. Great game for Team Unicorn. Make some noise for Team Unicorn. Very, very impressed with the game they brought.
Highly competitive contest. Your final score, Team Unicorn 130, the Brew City Battle Stars 165, and a well-deserved victory lap for the visitors from Brew City.
That is the official score. That is bid confirmed and final. It'll go on the books, and those books will go on a shelf.
And we will be right back after halftime. Our main event still to come, Bob.
Yeah, don't wander too far, because the big bout of the night is coming up, and you're going to get a pretty fun halftime act here in a few moments.
And after halftime, it's your Dairyland Dolls All-Stars versus the Brew City Bruiser All-Stars in WFTDA sanctioned action. Stick around, it is coming up.